World of Myths Legends. Top 10 Most Ruthless and Brave Rulers in History. Ten. Vlad the Impaler, ruler of Wallachia, became a symbol of cruelty and blood-soaked rule. Famous for impaling his enemies on wooden stakes, he turned executions into psychological warfare. His terrifying reputation alone could stop invading armies. While remembered in the West as a monster, in Romania he is often seen as a patriotic leader who defended his land from the Ottomans. Ruthless and merciless, Vlad punished not only foreign enemies but also his own people if they disobeyed. His reign was a mix of terror and resistance, and centuries later, he became the inspiration for the fictional Count Dracula. 5 Prompto du Graffiti. 9. Ashurbanipal, one of the last great kings of Assyria, ruled with both intelligence and brutality. He is remembered for creating the first major library in Nineveh, preserving thousands of cuneiform tablets. Yet his legacy is also drenched in blood. He proudly recorded skinning enemies alive, burning captives, and displaying corpses on city walls to instill fear. Ashurbanipal maintained Assyrian dominance in the Near East through ruthless warfare and terror. He was both a patron of culture and a merciless tyrant whose reign symbolized the height and cruelty of the Assyrian Empire. 8. Montezuma II was one of the last great rulers of the Aztec Empire. His reign combined military strength with the religious terror of human sacrifices. Thousands of captives were killed on the altars of Tenochtitlan, their beating hearts offered to the gods. Montezuma expanded the empire and built a capital city of unmatched grandeur, yet his despotic rule instilled fear among his own people. When the Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés arrived, Montezuma's empire began to crumble. His legacy remains a mixture of glory, cruelty, and tragic downfall. 7. Timur, known as Tamerlane in the West, was one of history's most feared conquerors. His campaigns devastated Persia, India, and the Middle East, leaving behind ruins and death. Timur famously ordered towers of skulls to be built as monuments to his victories. Despite his brutality, he was a master strategist who created a vast empire stretching from the Caspian Sea to India. His reign combined ambition with terror, leaving a legacy of destruction and fear that echoed for centuries. 6. Attila the Hun, known as the Scourge of God, was one of the most feared leaders in European history. His armies ravaged the Roman Empire, leaving behind burned cities and countless dead. He was notorious for his cruelty, slaughtering captives and showing no mercy to those who resisted. Yet Attila was also a skilled diplomat, extracting vast tributes from Rome through intimidation. His mysterious death ended the Huns' dominance, but his name endures as a symbol of untamed destruction and raw power. 5. Caligula is remembered as one of the most notorious emperors of Rome, infamous for his madness and cruelty. At first beloved by the people, he soon revealed his tyrannical nature. Ancient sources describe him as a sadistic ruler who ordered executions for amusement, wasted enormous sums on lavish games, and even appointed his horse as a consul. His short reign, filled with blood and paranoia, left Rome in chaos. Caligula's legacy endures as a warning of how absolute power can corrupt and turn into madness. 4. Ivan the Terrible was the first Tsar of Russia, remembered as both a powerful ruler and a merciless tyrant. He expanded Russia's territory and centralized power, but his reign was marked by paranoia and cruelty. Ivan created the Oprichnina, a secret police that terrorized the population and carried out mass executions. In a fit of rage, he allegedly killed his own son. While he built the foundations of the Russian Empire, his rule left behind scars of fear and brutality that shaped Russia's history. 3. Nero, Emperor of Rome, is remembered as a tyrant infamous for cruelty and madness. Accused of setting fire to Rome in 64 AD, he was notorious for his extravagance and persecution of Christians, who were burned alive in grotesque spectacles. Obsessed with theater and music, Nero performed on stage while his empire suffered. His rule combined propaganda with brutality, ultimately leading to his downfall. His death ended the Julio-Claudian dynasty and remains a symbol of decadence and imperial corruption. 2. Genghis Khan was one of history's greatest conquerors, uniting the Mongol tribes and creating an empire that stretched from China to Europe. His armies spread terror across continents, slaughtering millions and razing cities to the ground. Entire populations were exterminated if they resisted. Despite his brutality, Genghis Khan was a brilliant strategist who revolutionized warfare and built an efficient administrative system. His legacy remains a paradox of genius leadership and ruthless tyranny. 1. Alexander the Great was one of history's most brilliant military leaders and conquerors. By the age of 20, he began a campaign that created one of the largest empires of the ancient world. He crushed the Persians, reached India, and his armies seemed unstoppable. While celebrated for his genius, Alexander's conquests also brought destruction and suffering. Cities were razed, populations massacred. Obsessed with his own divinity, he grew increasingly tyrannical. Though he died young, his name endures as a symbol of both glory and the ruthless power of conquest. Thank you for watching.